Last
Although
video
this guy
of the
with
day.
two claws is really aggressive in here to the other guys. Hey, you.
Yeah.
Stop here. Stop here. Just stop. 2, 4, 6. Boy, we did really well finding them today. Okay. Very.
All right, let's do what we did before, both watching.
Yep, I will. I'm trying to relax a little bit here. Okay. All right. Opposite ends. Both. Okay. I see movement of the one clawed toward. Oh, no. Just changed his mind. But now the Rusty has noticed the other one, perhaps, in tank 2. So he's backing up. Not sure if he saw his reflection. Oh no, he saw the other Rusty go by.
Yeah.
He backed up. Okay. So Rusty is moving in this one. And I don't see... Oh, okay, so in tank 1, they're headed for each other. Tank 2, nothing's happening. So tank 1, they're headed for each other in this corner. You see that? Is that what you're watching? Okay. Rusty is headed toward, in tank 2, Rusty's going right for the little guy. Whoa, claws out and he got him. Rusty is headed toward the little guy. He lost him. But he's looking for him. And there they are, engaged in tank 2. Engaged in tank 2. Engaged in tank 2, or trying to. Chasing in tank 2. Things are moving slowly, but in tank 1, Rusty is now in the corner close to you, and the other one is close.
It looks like tank
but
2 looks more likely engagement right now.
Well, we have claws on the Rusty, so we can see that his claws are, he's angry. Looks like he's headed toward the native. Toward the native in tank 2. Toward the native in tank 2, and the native is engaged.
Yep.
And jumped. And, okay. Rusty's wondering where the heck he went. Tomorrow, let's remember to bring your computer. I think we can plug your computer into the car with the phone jack that I have.
Really?
Well, it has a USB port. And if I bring the thing to bring the phone into your computer, we could at very least download what we get, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a thought. We could use the old computer, which would be a great thing to put it on, except the older computer will not work unless it's plugged in.
Oh, that's right.
But it could possibly be plugged in here. We can experiment with that tonight if you want to.
Okay.
Or you can do it. I'll be tired. I'll be driving. Engagement
Well,
in tank 2. Engagement possibly.
I mean, we should firewire these videos off the phone tonight, though.
Oh, yes, we are going to do that. Or you're going to do that. Like I said, you're going to rest and I'm going to drive, so you're going to do that. But we'll do it to the best of our ability. Almost an engagement. Okay. And tank 1 still is pretty... Oh, the... looks like native is getting very curious about Rusty in tank 1. Moving slowly, tentatively, backing off now. These guys are a little more assertive or aggressive. I think the other two-clawed one was a more aggressive one, but that's okay. Okay, here comes Rusty pretty fast to the corner by my foot. I think we're going to get an engagement in tank 2.
Yep.
Engagement in tank 2. They're still very much aware of each other. They're doing a dance. And I don't know if that counts as engagement of a sort. In tank 1, they're just sort of running away from each other at this point. or sitting around doing nothing. And it could be the tank one's going to be very shy because they're losing they have lost some of their equipment.
Yeah.
Will crayfish grow it back? Something to look up, right? Here comes Rusty. Rusty's engaging in tank 2. Rusty's going to engage tank 2. Okay. Engage. It's a fast little critter. That native is very fast.
I mean, maybe when they're still molting, but I don't think when they're done molting they could grow things back anymore. I'll look it up.
Okay. Well, we're pretty sure that the natives could get a lot bigger. So
Yes,
that one
yes.
could maybe grow it back. The she's, or he, is very, very much smaller than the first ones we used.
That's true.
And these guys, these Rusties are nowhere near as big as the one that got away and committed suicide in the bedroom.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
So they can get bigger. They may molt forever, because don't lobsters, sometimes they find those 20-pound lobsters.
I mean,
They get bigger?
some species of lobsters can grow very big, but no, they don't keep growing indefinitely.
So there's a size range of how big they might
Yeah.
get, like humans.
Well,
Could be an engagement in
for
tank
each type of
two.
lobster,
Could be an
yes.
engagement. They're very aware of each other, but their claws are closed. Here they come, engaging, engaging, engaging in tank 2, engaging.
Yep.
Tank 1, we have a tentative engagement going on. They're headed down the middle line at each other. Tank 2, Rusty's chasing. Rusty's chasing in tank 2. They're chasing. Hello.
Yeah, somebody knows.
Yeah.
I saw you down there fishing with
Oh, we're not actually fishing. We're
Yeah.
doing my master's thesis.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought you were doing.
Yeah.
I figured you had to do
The-
some of the university.
The local sewer and water commission already knows about this project. If that's what you're wondering.
No.
Yeah.
I was just curious. I figured you were doing a study on a river,
Yes.
and because I was a biology major in college, and
Oh, well,
Yeah, I'm
okay.
also a biology major.
yeah.
My master's thesis is on crayfish, which are basically small freshwater versions of lobsters, and human pharmaceuticals in the water column.
Okay.
Specifically, now when I did the earlier part of the experiment in captivity, that was with
You might get an
odesmethyl-venlafaxine.
engagement in one. And in two.
Right now I'm doing wild behavioral videos.
Okay, so that was engagement there.
what I
So-
wanted to ask you guys, I have a house right along the river,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
and my dream's always been to be able to catch fish out here and eat them.
Oh, okay. Oh,
How's the river's health doing? Because
Well-
it used to be abysmal. I mean, it
Oh.
was polluted and.
Well, this, if having crayfish is a positive thing, there's quite a few.
Yeah.
We didn't have much trouble finding them today.
And
we-
there's
and
also
we
more
didn't-
fish here than there are in like the Creekside site.
And we didn't find the ones here are the invasive ones.
Yeah.
We found those
Oh, they're
in a
invasive.
different. This is.
Yeah.
The smaller ones in this particular time
Yeah.
are what you want here, and these are rusties, which should be in like West Virginia or something, but people have used
And
them so much.
Ohio and parts of Tennessee.
But they're not
and,
supposed to be here, but they're in
yeah.
Lycoming County.
Yeah, they're
and
not native to
in,
any part of Pennsylvania.
What is that? Union? No, Snyder County.
Middleburg and
Snyder County is where
Middleburg
we
and
found these.
Selinsgrove are that's
And
Snyder
so
County.
We can't let these go here, or
Yeah.
he can't let these. I'm just here.
Yeah.
to catch things
Oh
and have fun.
God, no, that would
But,
be
yeah, so
that would be
So
totally
these two
illegal
are invasive. So
and
he's
wrong.
doing studies about the effluent here and to see if there's any difference in behavior. So we were downstream and then we were upstream, and this is our upstream finish.
By the way, where exactly is the discharge from this plant? Is it like
This one right here?
yeah?
Might be buried, huh?
It's near
right
the
in there.
mouth of that small tributary, isn't it?
It is. I mean, you can see
gonna-
the plant. It's
You might have
You
a.
go here across the tracks. There's that dirt road.
Uh-huh.
You know, drive
Number
down
2.
there, and or even as you're going up this way and you make the left, if you look down on the left bank, you can.
Okay,
you can
that,
see
that
So
is
is it
where
near the bridge, though?
That is where it is. You got your site there.
I don't know exactly where discharge is, but it's
Okay.
upstream from here.
Okay, so
On-
that's probably what we saw.
Yeah,
And
it's
it looks
upstream
like the
on the
Rusty's
opposite side.
going to go after the native on that one too, so I don't know how we can get them both. He's trying to signal aggression.
Yeah, that's it. But hey,
So-
guys, like I
Okay.
said, I was just being nosy. And,
Oh, no, no.
Yeah,
that's
it's fine.
Because I Trout Unlimited or some organization, they're doing something with the river.
Oh.
Just hoping it recovers.
Oh, yeah, I hope so. No, it's beautifully clear. We were sticking our hands in it. I'll let you know if we get sick. No, so
Well,
somebody,
it was
we can
always
all call the
clear.
university.
It was mine runoff is what destroyed it.
Oh,
For 100 years
of
it was
course.
orange.
Yeah, well, it's not
Oh, yeah.
orange.
No,
It's not orange, and
The
it's got
Susquehanna
apple
North
trees growing
Branch
on the
sucked
side.
until the 1990s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's coming back, which is that's a good thing. Yes.
Hey guys, thank you so
Okay.
much.
All right. Take care.
See ya.
Okay, now these two are headed in the same direction. Or they were. Okay. The Rusty still seems interested in catching up with the native that in tank 1. Yep. There, touch. Rusty is intent. Oops, sorry. When you move fast, he does react. He was moving fairly quickly. I'm not sure if he was looking at his reflection or interested in the native. They might be a little gun shy from being captured, I suppose.
That may be, but that's the whole point of doing a wild study.
No, I understand that, but I mean captured just a few minutes ago. So
That's
they're looking
true.
like if they see somebody above the water, they don't like that either. Of course, that's where a crane or a egret or something would be also.
That's true, too.
I'm really glad we stayed. There's a beautiful quality of light, and I don't think we have any worry about a storm in our vicinity at the moment. We might have some storms on the way home.
We will have some storms on the way home if the forecast is any guide.
If we're lucky, we'll kind of miss them. But, I mean, you know, because they'll skirt
Yeah.
around wherever. But we can always stop. See, he almost seems on this side like he's engaging with somebody, or he's just trying desperately to climb, and he's climbing until he's almost falling down.
I mean, of course, we had some rain on the
So-
way here, but I think it's going to be much worse on the way home.
The native is interested in him having his back up. That's very interesting to me, and it's probably something
You're
we
right.
knew. But the native seems to know they can get a bigger. They can attack somebody bigger if they can get underneath them.
Mhm.
So, we'll probably get a good view of both of them. I don't know. Can you see both of them in your screen? No, I mean both of these creatures in your screen.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Because the way he's creeping up on the other, I think, is probably of
You're right, it
interest.
is very interesting.
I mean, it may not be within the scope of your study, but it might be
But it
something
is
that you-
interesting, and there isn't any, like, immediate engagement going on in either
Yeah,
tank right
and,
now.
And I think there's going to be.
In here? Yeah, I
think
think
in
so.
tank 2. I think that, and that might be something that you notice about engagement, is if you have
Yeah.
somebody significantly smaller, they wait for the other one so they can get underneath them. And that might be a comment, at least, in your study.
Right.
Okay, now he's running because the Rusty has seen him. So that's what he's going to do.
Mhm.
Looks like engaging.
Yes.
again, Rusty is in a vulnerable position if that native can get underneath him. Yep, engagement.
Yep.
Engagement. They're engaged.
Indeed they are.
You can see why they use these kind of things like in monster movies. Good lord, what a face that Rusty has. He's trying to get out there and those prongy things that he grabs or eats with or whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if the Rusties that are tall enough, they're tall enough to almost be out of the water, if they think they should be jumping out of the water and don't understand glass. You know what I
That
mean?
seems likely.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought, I think. Again, not anything to do with your study, but I'm standing here thinking.
Okay.
And I have nothing else to do but think about crayfish at the moment. So.
Of course. Just stand up just because my legs are falling asleep.
Yes. Well, you'll get a different perspective and it might be a good one.
Yeah.
Especially since they're not engaging so much, you can see what they're doing. You know, they're trying to escape or whatever. Because this Rusty is very active and has his jaws out or whatever they are. And he really either sees something or wants the heck out of there. So he either thinks he's engaging himself, he likes what he looks like. Tank 2, the native is moving forward, Rusty. Oh, they just both got startled by that movement, I think. So, now they're both in the same corner, kind of inadvertently. They're both backing off from you, and then they engaged. Look at that.
Yep.
Interestingly, the other tank didn't seem to respond.
Yeah, they didn't.
They didn't seem to care. So the other two were on high alert, I think, and for some reason, these guys not
Yeah, they
quite so
were.
much.
Yeah, there we go.